Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing a niche unboxing video. Nice. So, today I have two niche fragrances to unbox and a bunch of samples. I also have a sample set that I'm going to show you because it appears to be all the rage at the minute. And I managed to find one at a good price thanks to someone on the stream whose name escapes me. I apologise. I'm sure you know who you are. But what we shall do is we shall go through all the samples that I've ordered first, and then we will do the unboxing of the fragrances, I think. Yes. So, we'll get the freebies out the way first. I ordered this from Essence Nobile in Germany. They are where I get my niche fragrances from, most of the time. I like shopping there. They're really good. They've got chat boxes and stuff. The decant almost all of the fragrances that they sell. So if you want to buy some samples, you can. If you spend over a certain amount of money, you get free shipping, and it's DHL. So excuse me whilst I hydrate. That's good. But first, we will go through the freebies and then the samples, then the sample set, then the fragrances. Settle in, friends. First off, we have Byredo's Bibliothèque. Not a great house, in my opinion. Not a great house. I haven't got anything from these. I thought Pulp was alright, but I wouldn't need a whole one. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't need a whole one at all, like. They're not a great brand. Their stuff's really synthetic. They're like the modern definition of, like, niche fragrances, like, you know? Just not for me. There's rarely anything I find at niche now. There's rarely anything I find at all now that compares to, like, the stuff I've already got. You know? But here we are with a sample of Byredo's Bibliothèque. If you know anything about this, please let me know. And I might do a first impressions. Another sample that they sent me for free is one from the House of Creed. Almost everybody in the industry who's dealt with this person, Olivier specifically, doesn't really like him. Says very similar things about him. He's dishonest, he's greedy, he's nasty, he's just a businessman, really, you know. The Creed fragrance. Creed's a dead house. Just everybody's just waiting to just find out. In my opinion, the fragrances are absolutely awful. This is a sample of Viking, which I and ah about. I go back and forth. I've got a sample now in my possession, so that's good. And I am deciding whether to get myself a bottle. I do know where there's a couple of 2017 bottles, so maybe I'll buy one of those. Who knows? Anyway, they were the freebies. All the things I bought, sample-wise, are in this little bag. Essence Nobile, like I said, they decant everything. And they also provide you with some scent strips. So they obviously care that you try them on the strip first, you know. But I've got some samples here for a friend, Peter Kokorin. Oh no, I've just missed the bin from like 6 inches with a bit of paper. Anyway, here is Peter's sample Fiore di Ambra, which I've tried before. This is a sample I wanted, Eau Sacré from Healy. This is Zoologist's Harvest Mouse. These are 3ml samples as well, by the way, so that's good. We like that sort of thing. This is Perfume Roma's Cerezo. I saw My World of Fragrance do a video recently and she featured Cerezo in it. It's a chocolate fragrance, so I'm looking forward to trying that. This is another sample I wanted, which is Healy Parfums Vetiver Veritas. This is Diptyque's Vetiverio Eau de Toilette. I've got the Eau de Parfum, but I'm interested to see how the Eau de Toilette is. Could do a comparison video if that's the sort of thing you're into. Here is Bogway's My. I've got a sample of this already, but God knows where. This is Olibanum by Perfumum Roma. This is Santaltum by Perfumum Roma. And this is Ambra Aurea by Perfumum Roma. And those three are for Peter Kokorin and the rest are for me. So Peter, I will put those in an envelope and send you them this afternoon, mate. So once again, that is Perfumum Roma's Olibanum, Bogway's My, Healy's Eau Sacré, Zoologist's Harvest Mouse, Perfumum Roma's Cerezo, Healy's Vetiver Veritas, and Diptyque's Vetiverio Eau de Toilette. And also Peter wanted Ambra Aurea, Santaltum, which I might have a cheeky spray of if that's alright, Peter, and Fiore di Ambra, which I've smelled those two already. Anyhow, the envelope is not handy. We will move on, friends. We will move on. One moment, if you please. There we go. Put these in a separate envelope for Peter. Okay. I'll put these in my envelope. You will be getting a first impressions on these soon. I have to start up a new first impressions series on my channel. I have got many sample sets, and whilst I didn't buy this next sample set from Essenza Nobile, I did buy it based on the recommendation of someone from the stream the other night. Now these are trending a little bit at the minute, you know, this house, and so I decided to get the sample set. It was $110 from their website, but I found it for somewhere in Britain for like 60. So that was a boon, you know. I think the place I got it from was called the Perfume Society. They sell perfumes, and they also are some kind of perfume website, magazine sort of thing. The sample set I bought is from Strangelove. Everybody's talking about these. These are extremely expensive. It's like £100 for a 15ml. I don't like the sound of that. That to me sounds gimmicky. Like, I'm worried about that. But here is the sample set itself. It comes off, and then you've got like the front dips down like that. Some nice paper covering the box. There's 10ml of scent here for £60. Oh, off you come. And there we have it. Very nice, as it wants to be for their money. They're all 2ml. In here we have all of their fragrances. There is Silence the Sea, Melt My Heart, Dead of Night. What are you? Fall into Stars. And is that Lost? Something Flowers. Lost flowers. Lost my flowers? Lost in flowers. I can tell you now, I'm not going to enjoy that. Here is one of the caps off the Strangelove presentation. That's not great when you're paying that kind of money, but not to worry. There'll be a first impressions on these when I get round to it. We will have to see. I don't know if this brand has been sending out perfumes to people, but they've been everywhere recently. So I bought mine, be left in no doubt. So you will get my opinion, not the opinion of someone who wants me to say something nice, as is always the case. Anyway, now we come to the main event, friends. And the main event is the unboxing of 2 fragrances. Now, I did a first impressions on this house a long while ago. Maybe not a long while ago, but a while ago, you know. And I wasn't sure I was going to buy any. But since then I had been looking for a incense perfume. I've got Incense Avignon by Comme des Garçons, and I love it. It's fantastic. It was gifted to me by Spy and Mash, thank you very much, who was a friend. But I've been looking for like another incense fragrance, like a high-end incense fragrance, and I always went back to this one, and it was highly recommended to me by Jura Rose. And this fragrance, finally after wearing it and experiencing it for like a few weeks, a few months, I decided to purchase Labs from the house of Unum, which is made by Fillipo Sorcinelli. The packaging is like made of paper. It's all paper. It's quite cool if you're into that kind of recyclable, not plastic, want to do like this is a decent way of doing it, you know. There are a lot of stuff when it comes to recycling and the environment and the thing that which simply isn't as good as the stuff it's trying to replace. And until they sort that problem out, they're going to have a big problem convincing people that they should do that. That's enough on the topic of the environment and stuff, but there doesn't seem to be any plastic here. This is all paper and cardboard, which is very biodegradable, I understand. But here we are. It has a seal around here. And there's a QR code on the back. Not sure what that's for. 3.38 fluid ounces. Or 100 mils. So I'm going to break the seal. As you do. Thank you. And we will see how this opens, shall we? Well, you know, I said all that about the bloody plastic. That's the first thing I encounter. Jesus Christ. Anyway, not to worry. They should invent some kind of bubble wrap with paper. They could have used tissue paper or something. There he is, with his hands on the old Pope's helmet. Apparently Fillipo Sorcinelli makes the Pope's robes, or he scents them anyway. He's that type of geezer. That's what he does. I like his haircut. Anyway, here we have it. Inside some wrap, which is, it's all very sort of aesthetic. And there is the bottle with a dirty great fingerprint across the front there. Oh, it's got a horrible texture. Very stony, very gravelly, very... Ooh. It's got a wooden lid, and it's got this gravelly, grainy type of texture, like scrape your nails on it. Yikes. Bottle's decent, lid's decent, reminds us a bit of Egoist. It's got a bit of a dent in it, so it's not perfect, but then nothing is. It's got handprints on it. But I'm not going to let that start. Like, I'm not that fussed about that. Nothing's perfect. But here we are. Mr. Sorcinelli, what do you say? Is this a booklet? It is. Oh. No, for some reason I've received 2 of these. Not to worry. The first fragrance has the same name of Lord, the praise that mankind gives to God through the work of his own hands. Because the beauty of art at the service of a cult is the reflection of God soaking to the earth. To empty the void of a sensory experience almost complete, Fillipo decides to perfume the wrapping that will contain sacred vestments until the delivery. Yikes. I mean, not to be too... I don't want to be nitpicky and stuff like that, but there's not a gap between the will and contain. It looks like he's ran this through fucking Google Translate, frankly. But we will forgive him because it's not about what the fucking box is like. It's not about the literature that comes with it. But if you're going to make a song and dance about it like you have, it needs to be better than that. Sorry. Anyway, Unum Labs, fantastic perfume. Presuming that after all these mistakes he has actually put the right juice in this bottle, we will give it a spray. No, we fucking won't. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do that on a separate video. Because I have another fragrance I want to unbox, actually. I can tell you what that smells like from memory because I have tested it heavily. It's got an absolutely glorious elemi note in it. I really like elemi. I'm just dropping things now. Of course, it wouldn't be a Rich Mitch video without some kind of fragger lunch. But there we are. Anyhow, next. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Next up, we have a fragrance I have wanted for years. And I have wanted this for years. This was one of my original... This is one of my original niche sort of finds. When I discovered that niche existed, I got a sample of this. I can't remember why. But I absolutely love it. I know Hillary loves it as well, from the Fragrance Bureau. And if you haven't guessed already, this is Enchanted Forest by the Vagabond Prince, the people who own Fragrantica. That's who made this. The perfumer is Bertrand Duchefort. And I will read you some of the blurb. Enchanted Forest is inspired by the endless sea of Russian forests and fairy tales, as well as the most sensual ancient Slavic celebration named Kupala, rooted in the times of darkness when all of the earth knew its soul and its name, often too powerful to be uttered in vain or at all. French perfumer Bertrand Duchefort, the famous creator of fragrances for l'artisan parfumier Comme des Garçons and Penhaligon's, built Enchanted Forest around blackcurrant, the smell and taste of which are so beloved in Russia and many other countries where it grows. Top: pink pepper, aldehyde, sweet orange, flower cassis, Blackcurrant leaf, hawthorn, effects of Roman wine, rosemary and davana. Heart, blackcurrant buds absolute by LMR from grass. CO2 blackcurrant by floral concept from grass. Russian coriander seed, honeysuckle, rose, carnation and vetiver. Base, a Popanax resinoid, Siam benzoine. Amber, oak moss, fir balsam absolute, patchouli pure, so heart of patchouli. Castoreum absolute, cedar notes, vanilla and musk. I love this. I don't necessarily know whether I think this is a great perfume or not, but I've wanted this for years and I really do love it. I really do. And I'm glad I've got it at last, finally. So here is my unboxing of Enchanted Forest. Here we have... I've never had a bottle of this before either. So, to be honest with you, I'm not even sure I know what the bottle looks like. Oh, it'll be on the fragrant... I can't remember what the bottle looks like. I was going to say it'll be on the fragrant, like a page, won't it? Anyhow. Upside down, because I like to do this kind of thing. Keep the thingy intact until it becomes too hard, and I just decide to rip it. Yeah, screw that, I've done enough. There it is. Always try to keep it neat and stuff like that, but, you know, everyone has their limit. So here we are. How do I open this box? It comes open from the bottom. Right. Da, 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 da. Hey, there's my head. Oh, can you see me? Hello. There's my ring light. Anyway, I want to grab my microfiber cloth, which I cannot see at the minute. So I will grab my muslin cloth so I don't get any fingerprints on this bad boy. Here we go. Alright. There it is, little silk type of effect thing going on there. What do we have here? This bottle is heavy, heavy glass. Heavy cap is nice. I haven't sprayed it, I'm not going to spray it, I'm just unboxing it. Fingerprint magnet, absolutely no doubt about it. That is a fingerprint magnet. So, this has been my unboxing of Unum, Labs and Enchanted Forest by the Vagabond Prince. It's a nice little box that. I like the colour scheme, the blue and the gold and the white. I like that. It's got a batch code on, but I don't suppose that makes any difference. It is flammable, apparently. Less of that. Anyway, let me know which you would rather see a review of first. I am pretty familiar with both these fragrances, so I'll be able to review them pretty soon. I'm going to start doing more reviews. Duo Rose has been pestering us, saying that I should review more things, and he's right, frankly. He is right, I should review more things. I'll get there. The thing with reviews is that I just don't want to mess them up. You know, first impressions are first impressions. Reviews are a totally different thing in my mind. You know what I mean? Because people rely on that shit when they're buying stuff. You know what I mean? Anyway, this has been my niche unboxing. I've been looking forward to this for a while. Unboxings are becoming fewer and further between, which is good, but they haven't stopped altogether. But I don't necessarily want to stop buying fragrances. I just trying to buy a lot less, you know. But these are two fragrances that I felt I needed in my collection. Especially the Vagabond Prince. Enchanted Forest. I felt I needed that in my collection because I've wanted it for so long. And I've thought to think about it a lot, you know. And recently I resolved to buy it and found a sample just to make sure that it was still in good condition, because reformulation happens, you know. And I didn't want to be disappointed. I would have rather have not bought it and just remembered it as it was. Not to worry, I will try and make more videos. I've been slacking off a bit. Finding it a little bit difficult recently, so we will see. But anyway, thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I will see you all again soon.